There you go.
It's going to.
Nope, it's frozen. No, there you go.
No. Okay, we live now. All right, yeah. Now we can go back. Now, Taylor, we good now. God, dog it. You went and commented on the old one, didn't you? Hey, look, y'all got to pardon me, man. I am intelligent, but I am definitely at a lack when it comes to dealing with computers again. After 10 years in prison, give me a break, okay? But I'm going to figure it out. I just don't have time to deal with this shit every day. I just don't have time to deal with it every day. I got to be owner, part pickup, accountant. I do everything. Somebody help. Help me. Please. Somebody advertise for me or something. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Back to the nature at hand. What was I saying though before we found out that we was froze? That was fucked up. You don't remember either.
We were talking about daddy's being in the house and not shit.
Oh yeah.
On that subject.
Yeah, but I still don't remember exactly what I was about to say. I'm sorry. I lost train of thought.
All right, next topic.
Next topic. Do I have any more topics right now for this for leaders and followers? Oh yeah. What guys have a lot of problems with is, well, ladies have big problem with this one. When the ladies have comparable money to the guy or more, it's hard to follow him. I guess the best thing I could say for a woman in that situation when you find a guy like that is that you have to make sure that he's at least doing well. You know what I'm saying? At least doing well at life, taking care of himself and all that. Because at the end of the day, his ability to lead will also affect your ability to respect him. And if you disrespect him, we don't see love the way y'all see love. Y'all see love, this whole grandeur, cute thing. We do it for you, but the love returned back to us. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, I know a lot of times, a lot of ladies just think the love is just supposed to be coming a one-way street. Love back is felt for us in appreciation and respect. And there goes the phone. The live is gone now. How will you know if you're properly being led? Man, that's a deep one. Proper leadership goes in you vetting him. You have to, and you. The fact is, honestly, to be honest, you know that you're being properly led because things are going good. You are able to turn your brain off sometimes, and you are able to say that, you know what, hey, he paid, he makes sure all the bills is paid, whatever, and also him being able to delegate certain things and like, hey baby, why don't you take care of this or do this and this. That's proper leadership. If it's something that he knows that he has deficiency in, which guys, we pretty much know what we can and can't do, because at the end of the day, like I always tell people, the world is not coming to save us if something happens. So we live in a world where we know it's no damn safety net for us. It's zero. Like we fall, and guess what? 80 stories down, splat. It's over with. It's 2,000 battered women shelters in America. There's only one shelter for men if something goes bad. That's why you see all these homeless ass dudes on the street all the damn time. If a dude doesn't have his shit together, like, now granted, you know, when you're young, it's easy to have a bunch of friends that link up together and can pay for a motherfucking shotgun house or a 2-bedroom apartment and somebody sleep in the living room, the dining room, got mattresses all on the floor. You know that if you have a guy that is doing as well or better than you, that's the man that you need to be one. That would be somebody that you take a chance on leading you. The thing is, following is not something that you can come to that you be like, oh well, when he put a ring on me, that's when I'm submit. You know, women always say that shit. Well, guess what? Why would I put a ring on a motherfucker when you ain't doing the job before I put the ring on your finger? How do I have a guarantee that all of a sudden I'm gonna put this ring on your finger, switch is gonna flip, and now you're gonna show me some shit you ain't been showing me all this time?
Like, that's why I never understand when women be like, I ain't doing no wife.
Yeah, I ain't doing no wife. Like you won't cook me a meal,
right?
And then when you talk about somebody like me, like I'll cook you a meal. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy that, hey, baby, you don't feel like cooking? I got you. Don't even trip, man. What you want to eat? You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a lot of guys like that. And there's a lot of guys that can't cook. Pick up a cookbook, boo. It ain't that hard. I mean, at the end of the day, the roles are always going to be leaning heavily in your favor versus our favor. A guy that walks up to you on the side of the road to talk to you. There's one thing I want all women to know. When a guy walks up to talk to you, he's shooting down there. Okay? But down there is just going to get the door open. Down there is not going to get you in the house. Your here and here is going to get you in the house and keep him there. What you got to understand is just a man talking to you, even when he's just talking how do I know what women always say? Shit, because I hear it. She say, sister, don't side with him. Hey, no, understand, Terry. I've heard it, and what a lot of women don't understand is boys, we learn by trial and error. That's just is what it is. You can take a 2-year-old girl, a 2-year-old boy, sit them in a room and tell them, hey, look, don't you touch that socket. You sit right here in this chair until I come back. Don't you, that metal knife over there, don't you take that metal knife and go mess with that socket. Just because you told that little bastard, as soon as you close that door, his little ass is off that chair, headed towards that socket. Now, the little girl will still be sitting there kicking her feet. Women literally learn more by what is told to them. Typically, it's told by mothers, aunties, and grandparents. Well, now a lot of the big mamas and shit like that ain't around, or they're twerking with your ass in the club. So it's just a whole fucked up situation. But to be 100% truthfully, the wisdom that a guy gets from not the wisdom, that's his intelligence. If he makes a mistake and he learns from his mistake, that makes him intelligent. He becomes wise when he learns to watch the mistakes of others. So going back to what I was saying, boys literally watch everything, mama, daddy, sisters, aunts, everything you do. They take notes on everything. We hear everything. We might not say nothing to y'all about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like men, if 90% of men could tell you the truth, they probably would, but they can't. If they told you the truth, you'd never mess with them. I don't have that problem. I'm over 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? I got all the sixes. You know, y'all want to dial up the devil? Here I am. But what you got to understand is with those sixes, if you put 3 of those sixes together, you got a less than 1% person. If you have 17% of men are over 6 feet tall, that's 17 guys out of every 100. Then you take 14% of them have more than 6 inches of eggplant. 14% of that 17 drop down to about between 1.5 and 2 people. So out of that 2 people, then you add him making money being productive. So if he's anywhere around or above six figures, he's going to be in another top 15%. So you take those two and you take 15% of two people. That means you got one out of every 400 or 500 people that's gonna equal that man.
And how many of them are gay?
Oh, well, at a time, when I okay, let me talk about my penitentiary time, my time in prison. When I first went in, dudes would fight for their lives to make sure that they don't do no homosexual stuff. That's not to diss the homosexual community. Now, I want y'all to understand this. That's not, but you know what I'm saying? When you're raped but to become homosexual, that's fucked up. But by the time so it was a very low percentage of people. But by the time I left prison, which was 6 years later in 2008, the little boys that was coming in with 14, 24 months, 36 months, short time. This time I could do on my ear. I could sleep that time away. Yeah, we do. We damn sure do. Why was it retracted? What? Terry, stop it. Stop it. By the time I left, it was a very high percentage of these little boys now. And a lot of that also has to do with a lot of it has to do with the science of it. These guys are smoking this weed, getting high around each other all damn day. Then the sociology of it, they're wearing their pants below their booty cheeks, so they got their ass out. So they walking back and forth, handing the video game controller to each other. And logically thinking, I could see where one of them might look at it, one of them little booty cheeks, and his little thing jump, and now he's confused. That's me trying to, at least, give some kind of a scientific hypothesis on that. Then it's the socialization of the situation and the way our women are being promoted for prostitution, because that's basically what the way this shit is. It's low level prostitution. The way they're being promoted for prostitution is it's completely out of hand. I mean, all of their music is like, yeah, I fuck a nigga for a bag and all that old crazy ass shit. And all these girls like, oh, well, if he don't take you to this restaurant or that restaurant, right. That's all low level prostitution. Let's just keep it a buck. That's literally low level prostitution. When the women are carrying themselves like that, these little boys have nothing to aspire to. So that turns them off, whether they're either not be interested in sex at all, be trying to get the fuck away from y'all, or become gay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's a scary thing. Terry, oh Jesus Christ, woman. That's true. That is definitely true. But the thing is, like, the golden ticket historically has always been that a man protects and provides. But the golden ticket for women has always been that the woman is at least cute and cooperative. Cooperative runs the realm of respect, appreciation, and stuff like reciprocation, basically. If you don't respect a man, he doesn't feel any of that love. You saying you love him, it goes in one ear and out the other, so that doesn't last. You talking about the eggplant don't last. Jesus Christ. Like, seriously, Terry. there's always going to be trade-offs when you date somebody. Nobody's going to be perfect. You have to find somebody that's even keel and also a middle ground in what you are willing to give and what you are willing to, you know what I'm saying, accept. And in terms of leadership, I mean, if you got a guy that's gonna die for you, you know, because it's not gonna look good if somebody breaks in the house and he walks out the house with the kids. And they gonna be like, "Oh, it's sorry ass nigga." But if you walk out with the kids and he's in there bleeding to death, they gonna be like, "Oh, you had you a good one, baby. You had you a good one." Do I think a man should stick around if he meets a female that has not been properly led? I mean, at this point, no women have been properly led. It's the women have to understand this. Y'all always talk about the power of the pussy, but the power of the pussy is not giving it up. It's not giving it to somebody that's not worthy of you. You know what I'm saying? If you when you give it to somebody that's not worthy of you, you know what that does for the other little boys that are 13, 14 years old that are just coming into their lives? That gives them that's where they have to aspire. Oh, well, shit, all I need is a pistol. All the money I have in the world in my left pocket. The clip just got to be a little bit longer than my PP. And I got to be willing to shoot another guy that looks just like me. And I can screw all the bad bitches with the BBLs. Wow. Life's easy. I don't have to go and become a doctor. I don't have to become a lawyer. I don't have to be an upstanding man that's trying to make sure that some of these young guys don't make the same mistakes I made. When that bar, I'm like, they used to say, I make this joke all the time. They say the bar is, well, you know, they got the whole $40 joke. Oh, $40. Yeah, no, it's beyond free now. These mugs will pay a nigga that was willing to shoot a nigga just to screw him. Literally, girl, I have a whole house and be taking care of Rusty Dusty.
Yeah, the standards are beyond level.
It's way too low.
Men don't even want to take women on dates no more.
Well, Terry, that's the thing. You have no business messing with a bum. You say you don't want a bum leading you. A bum shouldn't be penetrating you for you to even have to even be worried about him leading you. That's where the accountability part comes in that guys talk about. Because ain't no nigga had sex with you that you didn't allow to have sex with you. That's one thing that no woman can ever trump. I still hit though. Trump that. Oh, he got a little dick. You let the nigga with the little dick hit you. Oh, he ain't shit. You let the ain't shit nigga hit you. So if you have a whole host of you got a whole resume of failed ass guys, like not the failed relationship, just the guy wasn't shit. What does that make you? What does that make you? That I mean, like literally, like if you've been the one that been allowing all these ain't shit niggas to screw to gain access to your womb, the most precious thing you have on this planet, man, that 52 fake. No, understand. I do know it's some crash test dummy dudes out here. But let me tell you something, man. That's not true. That he says these dudes were 52 fake you. But if you allow all of those guys to 52 fake you, do you know how to vet? Or have you not been taught how to vet? Is that the problem? Or there is another caveat there. What exactly are you doing to make them be the men that they need to be? Are you showing them real appreciation, or are you giving them drama? Because if you're giving them drama and he gets in his head that, oh shit, all I'm getting is pussy and problems out of this, I might as well get the pussy and give her some problems back. And they run into other women paying $40. If you dealing with a dude that needs to go get $40, I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss of words. If those women, if those you run into other women paying $40, you running with a dude, if you messing with a dude that needs to go get $40, you's not got yourself nothing. And at that point, you need to be able to cut ties and just move on and go find something else to do with your life, because he ain't it. Hell, I could lose more than $40 a day out of my pocket. It wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Somebody pay me $40, I'm gonna go run into them for $40. Man, bitch, you don't get your ass. Oh God. Shirley Vanilla wine. But yeah, now I'm not saying that dudes don't be bullshit. There are some bullshit guys, but you also got to understand there are a whole lot of the ones that are supposed to be inspiring these guys that ain't inspiring them. On the inspiration ain't hitting on shit. When you holding out, not giving it to them, then they're going to the women with the $40. Well, this is the thing.
You gotta go.
When you're holding out, this is what you got to ask yourself. Did you let a lesser man before him? Did you not hold out for that person? Men are trial and error. If they see that you made this mistake 2, 3, 4 times with somebody else, yeah, they're gonna come try to get their spin in. They gonna spin the block like, oh shit, she giving out free coochie over there. Let me go get some of that. They gonna do that. Oh. And it's kind of hard to have it's kind of hard to withhold something that you've given to men that didn't qualify, that maybe he qualifies even a little bit better. So when guys see that, yeah, it's gonna be difficult to sell that. Oh, you done pushed out 5 human beings, but you want me to wait till marriage to get you to have sex? Yeah, no. That's you're not gonna sell that. That'd be just like him saying, you know what? I'm not gonna spend a dime on you till we get married. I'm never taking you out to eat. I'm not buying you no cheeseburger. I'm not doing nothing. Valentine's Day come around, bitch, get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? If a dude did that, you wouldn't talk to him. So you literally have to find a guy that's into you and that you're into, that you've also vetted to see what type of quality guy he is. But once you vetted to see what type of quality guy is, the games cannot be played. If you play games, I don't give a damn how good or bad the guy is. You stand a chance of being the one to get played, because guys learn by trial and error, like I said, which basically means games. If you go out on any rec yard at any school, you see the little boys playing basketball. You see them playing games. You don't see the girls really playing a bunch of games every day all the time. You know what I'm saying? The girl might go out there and play a little kickball, a little tether ball or something here or there. Maybe she might be a basketball player nowadays, but they don't end up being girls by the time they grown. Still, I'm trying to keep this shit light, man. But I mean, just keeping it real, like hunting is called gaming. When you fish and hunt, the things that you catch or kill is called game. When guys talk to women, it's called game. When the military practices, it's called war games. You don't want to play games with somebody who's been playing games all of his life. Yeah, he might be green because you got him sniffing the little cootie cat, but eventually that wears off. At some point, y'all have to grow up in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like in any relationship, y'all might have a phase where y'all screwing every goddamn day. After a while, y'all be laid up in 2, 3, 4, 5 nights. Neither one of y'all just laid up. Y'all might just lay there and just be cuddling. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Y'all might lay there and be cuddling. You know, it might have got y'all a little 2-minute quickie earlier today or something. 5-minute quickie. But she killed me with that. They running to the women giving the $40. They do it. I'm not gonna say that the men don't do it, but like I always say though, if you want him to be monogamous, you have to be pornographerous. It ain't no holding out, especially if you done it before. If you done it before, like now if you a virgin and you say, yeah, you gotta wait. He know he gotta wait. You've been waiting all your life, so I gotta wait if I want this virgin poo natty. Now I ain't gonna say that some guys might not still try to sneak out, go get that one that's trying to get in there $40 so they get some real quick. But cause look, let me break this down. Cause this is something that hell, a lot of men don't even know, but it's something I was taught my freshman year of college. My biology professor, first goddamn lecture. I went to Morehouse, which was all male school. And the professor basically came out, introduced himself. He had us all introduce ourselves. And then he's like, gentlemen, are any of y'all sexually active? Probably about 60% of the class raised their hand. And then he's like, any of y'all masturbate? Yeah, I'd say probably about 85% of the class put their hands up. And he was like, well, I want to tell y'all something. If any of you, well, he said, all of you, if you live long enough, will live to get prostate cancer. If you do not have, well, you will live to get prostate cancer if you live long enough. He said that the only thing that staves it off longer is a healthy sex life. Now, he said this to me, and this is back in 96. So now I've probably about the last 4 or 5 years, I had ran across I did a Google search just to get some evidence, because somebody was like, why you don't know. What do you mean men need to have sex or at least 16 such and such time? And I said, man, because they literally do. I mean, it's room for you to have one woman and still have that much sex. Ironically, now there was a Harvard study that they did that said that men should have 18 to 21 ejaculations a month. The reason this is, I know a lot of ladies think that sperm is well, not sperm, but semen, the mixture of sperm and the fluid, seminal fluid, is stored in testicles. That's not true. You know, they got that old test where they see the ball. If he sits in a tub and his balls float, he been screwing. That's not what that means. Uh, it's stored in the prostate. Semen rather, is a carcinogen to men, cancer causing agent. Now, it's about maybe this big. It's a lot smaller than my fist, but I'm talking about like about the size of the inside of my hand right here. Every day, billions of sperm are being pumped into this mug, and it's just imagine a water balloon. If you take a water balloon and you just fill it and just keep filling it, what's going to happen? It's going to burst, right? Yeah, 18 to 21 times. He's creating billions of sperm every day. That ironically leaves 7 to 10 days for a woman to have a period and clear it. Yeah, when you ask for monogamy, you asking for a large, that's a big request to ask a man to be monogamous if you decide that you ain't gonna give him none. And hell, even you can get creative on your period shit. You still got a hand, like I told you, got a hand, you got the dangly thing in the back of your throat. But you have to understand, if you're asking him to do that task, it has to be an equal reciprocation back. If he's supposed to put it up all the time, even when you're not around, when he's at work, or him and the boys happen to roll by the strip club for lunch, you want him to put that, don't you put that in nobody else. Well, guess what you gotta make? You gotta make available. All that, oh, I'm tired, I'm sick. You know what? You know the good thing about sex is it releases endorphins. So even when you sick, it can make you feel good if you just do it. It's not saying that it's gonna be great. It's not saying it's gonna be a great thing, but the great part of it is that you making sure that your man is alive to spend the money that he's building for you with you. I mean, unless you just really want to be by yourself eventually, and you like, fuck it, when this nigga die, he can die, and I'll spend his money. That's fine. That's fine too if you can get a guy that's gonna go for that shit. But most of them are gonna get you some help. Most guys are gonna get you some help. Now there are some guys that can't get you no help. There's some guys that just they don't have the game. See, some of them they got the little shrimp. Some of them don't have the money. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to talk for themselves. They don't know how to do anything. Hand job, mouth job, self job. Now the thing about the self job is it is not as pleasurable for us. You can give me a hand job, and I tell you, I'm gonna say this. I had one girl in my life. If I cut her hands off and keep them in the closet, god damn it, I would. She was a bad boy. We never had sex. That's one girl I never had sex with. The hand job was just so freaking amazing. And no, she ain't put nothing in my booty. There wasn't no finger in my booty, rubbing the whatever the fuck that is, the prostate, and playing with my gooch and none of that crazy shit. It was just straight up, yeah, the business. Yeah. She knew how to play the keys with her hands. Oh. And that was our relationship. You know, go out to eat, kick it, watch TV, and when it came to sex, she wasn't with the sex, but she gave me some good, really, really. I mean, bad mother, bad mother sucker. But hand job, mouth job, self jobs, yeah, that all counts in that 18 to 21. But if you're asking him to put it up, it's not his job to handle that business. Now he might be willing to do it for you, do it himself sometimes. But typically, when a man puts his hands on himself, it's not It's not the enjoyable feeling it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get it off, but it's just like, you just get the release. It ain't no pleasure in it. And it's not complete. God designed y'all to where we insert, we get the stroke, but it also sucks. You get a full release because it's going in a body it's not a hole on the other side. So you get suction. So you really get a full release sexually. So you either take care of your man or you don't. I mean, literally, like dudes. I mean, I hope dudes ain't out here trying to just take it, but yeah, you either do it, take care of him or you don't. And then, but the flip side of that is if he decides he wants to go elsewhere, you're gonna be mad. What do you think?
Sometimes you do what you need to do and they still go elsewhere.
That is true. That is true. But like I say, that goes with the vetting though. That goes with the, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, you gotta be like, look, I'm giving you what you want. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. My grandmother used to, you know, stories that I've heard from my uncle, because I wasn't alive when my great grandfather was alive. But the way that she would do things is that she would take care of the stuff that she was supposed to take care of the house. When it was time for her to go, when she wanted to go shopping or something like that, she's like, baby, I done took care of everything you have to take care of at this house. The clothes have been clean, food been cooked. Mama want to go shopping. You know what Grandpa say? All right, baby, let's go. That's how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to work. I mean, that's the only way it works. It doesn't work any other way. It doesn't. Well, we've been at this for an hour and a half, almost. We add a stream to the last one. Thank y'all for coming out. We'll wrap this up. Get to talking about some other stuff next time. Now I'm gonna have a dude up here so we can talk some real shit. Piss y'all off. Fuck that shit. You wanna get mad? Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the elders. They the ones told me all this shit.
The last thing I want to say about the leadership. It's a different.
Kick it.
It's a different era.
Oh, it's definitely.
Back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Not even 70s. I'd say 50s, 60s. 60s on down. The men provided, the woman took care of the house. The late 60s, women started getting the power, going to work. So like you said about the money, when it match or when a woman has more money, the respect level is different. Mm-hmm. So this is trial and error too in this day and age.
Well, it's not
with the leadership.
What I'm trying to say, when I say that, it's not really a trial and error. It's not ever really well, let me say it like this, because there's always exceptions to rules, right? When a woman makes more money than her man, the respect level is going to be, she's automatically going to think she earns more respect than she owes him. Mm-hmm. That's just automatic. Like, even when you have a woman that says, oh, well, no, I still submit to my husband, this, that, and that. Yeah, that's going to last for a while. Mm-hmm. If he never eclipses you or he never becomes productive in some certain way, at some point you're going to want to son him. And that's going to create a conflict. The only way it really works is if a woman pairs with somebody that's making equal or more than what she has. Yeah. Now, even with it being equal, it's still going to be a conflict issue because, unfortunately, I feel like that because not you specifically, but women in general feel like making the same amount of money as men puts her in the same level of where she should be respected. In all actuality, like I said about somebody breaking in your house, he has to die for you. You can't trump that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of women like, oh, but I have to have his kids. Baby, y'all both laid down and created the kids. He can't, both of y'all couldn't carry the motherfucker, okay? That's biology. That ain't got nothing to do with that. But literally, I mean, you could literally take on the mantle of saying, okay, well, we're gonna split protection duties. If somebody break in, we're gonna flip a coin. You know what I'm saying? Some dumb shit like that. Like, it's a slippery slope when you try to switch it the other way. So, like, no, I mean, like, when I tell women all the time, don't try to bond with somebody that you make more money than, because you're not gonna be happy there.
Okay.
You're not gonna be happy there. And I mean, now, unless you got into the relationship and he's still able to provide everything, but you at some point eclipsed him in earning potential because maybe he put you through school and you became a lawyer or something like that. That's something different.
That's different.
But at the same time, you also have to understand that, hell, he's the one who put me through school. I wouldn't be making this money. I still need to be able to submit to this man. Because if you take all the money and shit away, can you beat him up? All right, well, there's your answer. You can't beat him up. And we're not talking about calling another man on your man, because when you think like that, you'll never respect him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told a couple girls this before. I said, you really literally need to go in a relationship. Like, if this nigga haul off and hit me, I'm just gonna eat that, and we go on about our business, and I'm gonna tell him, don't hit me no goddamn more, I'm leaving. Because if you can't if you can't think of it like that, that means you're gonna be thinking to trump him with the government, and then you're never gonna have respect for him anyway. So it's gonna be mute. It's gonna be a moot point.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna go ahead and close on. Hey, I try to keep it all factual. I do try to keep it factual. I don't try to just shoot opinions. I literally analyze a whole bunch of shit all goddamn day. I mean, I don't think women actually understand exactly how much men think about the future of the future. Black men in general are at a deficit for being able to do it, because in this country we have to fight extra hard just to live. So in order to have time to think about the future, it's a difficult task. We don't get that opportunity, and we don't have the same support structure that we used to have for each other ever since the goddamn government decided they want to get in our business, and we let them in. I say we're gonna blame she. We're gonna blame you women for that one. Y'all let them motherfuckers tell y'all we couldn't be in the house. Well, it ain't all women. It's the women that wanted to be in the projects, but unfortunately, the project motherfuckers have outbred the stand-up Black people in America at this point. Not saying that you can't come up from the projects and bring yourself out of the projects, but that project mind state is a bad motherfucker. It's hard to shake. That's why motherfuckers run around here talking about ski. And with that note, you big dummy, we're gonna holler at y'all. Y'all have a good evening.